Okay, welcome back. I'm actually filming this on the same day as the last video, but this is going to be a hell of a lot more detail. I'm going to show you, literally everything, step by step, everything in super detail, why we chose what we chose, and just run through everything. And hopefully they'll enjoy this video. It will probably be useful to you guys if you're looking at, upgrading something, installing something. It just gives you an idea of why we've done it and what it looks like as a final product. So hopefully you enjoy, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start straight away with the cubicles, mattresses, head rails, and just show you why we've chose it, what it looks like, and just a generalized view of it. Okay, so looking straight at it, we've gone for the Ultima cubicle. And we've chosen also to go with the cranked head rail. Now, looking closer at the actual cubicle, it's made by Timor, and from our experience, they have got one of the best products, I find, as quality goes. All of the galvanized is absolutely spot on. It's just the build quality is absolutely, perfect. You try and wriggle them, and they don't move. Like you get on here, they ain't moving. Like, you can yank on them as much as you want, and they're not going anywhere. Everything's all in line. Everything's perfectly straight. The guys have done a really good job at fitting it as well. But then moving on to behind me, I've got the cranked head rail part here. We've chosen to go with the cranked head rail because we find we got quite large Holstein cows on our farm, and the smaller cubicles, the cows tend to stand with their back feet down off the back of the passage. So the cow will stand sort of halfway, and her back feet will be there, and then up him will be her front feet. And you don't want that, because it sort of sets the cow at a wrong angle. It's nicer if they're stood all the way up on the cubicle, all 4 feet on the mattress. Then their dung will come off onto the scrape passage here. And this cranked head rail just allows the cows a little bit more space, so they can stand. And they like to chew the cud with their head sort of down at an angle, sort of towards the front here. And it just gives them, a little bit more space. Right, okay, so now moving right down onto the floor, I'm going to go find one with the water pillow involved as well. Again, these mattresses down here, these are Timor's as well. I believe these are Alista, I think. Alista mattresses and water pillows at the front. Again, looking right down onto the mattress, you can see everything's in line, everything's perfect. You won't be able to tell, but this is actually quite a nice spongy material here. It's seriously well built, and the ones we've seen have been in for years and years, and they're just comfortable for the cows. Now, moving up towards the front here, this is the one that amazes people. This is a water pillow. So in here, this is actually full, I don't know if you can hear that, of water. Now, we chose to go with a water pillow because I know we've looked around a lot of farms, and we found that everything, like the brisket boards, were all really hard. It's like someone put a bit of metal bar, some of it a pipe, some of it's some wood, and it just didn't seem quite right to us. So we had a look at water beds as well. These would actually come with the water beds. And we said to the guys, look, we don't want the water beds, we weren't a fan of those, but are we able to have the water pillow to go along with the Alista, so basically the foam mattress? And they said, yeah, that's no problem at all. And it's just basically for comfort for the cows, really. We've seen some bars, like brisket board or brisket bars, where there's a pipe and it was set off the ground, and it was about this far off the ground, and you could see cows would put their leg underneath it, and that, it just didn't. You can see what would happen if you stood up with your bar on, your leg underneath a metal bar. Things break. So we've gone for the water pillow. It just seems nice, comfortable. For us, it just seemed the right option for what we were wanting. Right, okay, so now I'm over by the feed fence over here, and what we've gone for is, again, these are from Timor, but these are actually built by Jourdain. These are Jourdain locking yokes. We just found they were just the best built. Really good quality metal, again, excellent galvanizing, and we preferred the plastic locking parts. Let me show you that. So here you are, the plastic locking parts, and as you could hear then, they're quiet. I can't do it. Again, you just pop that up. Oh, there you go. And it comes down. We just preferred them because we've been to places that had the IAE ones, and they're metal, and that, a metal thing clinging and clanging like that, it's just so noisy. That's all you could hear in the building was clang, 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 where the head yokes were all just banging against each other. We just preferred the whole system behind it. We went with the locking yokes for handling and ease. Because it's on a robot system, there's no way of really having a race. There's no real way of putting a race with it. We have a segregation area and obviously a place where we got crushers to handle the cows, but if you wanted to run 240 through that, it wouldn't work. So these are sort of for TB testing. It's going to be super duper easy. So they just flick the pins up. Let me show you. So basically, you pull that out. I can't do it with one hand, and then you hold on. Okay, right, I got it started. I needed two hands, and then you just pull this all the way up and round, and that unlocks them. So all of these can then slide back down, like so. And then, if you want to do this again, I'm going to have to put the camera down, I reckon. Okay, right, okay, so I just had to pull that latch out. So then you just pull this round, like that. That locks in, bars pointing downwards, and then these come up, lock in place. Brilliant piece of kit. Alright, so whilst I'm at the feed rail, I can show you down at actually the concrete level and show you what we've done down there and why we've chosen to do it. So if you look, let me squat down, you might be able to see along here there's a line about there. Yeah, everyone can see that. So, okay, so looking down at it, you can see this concrete here is like super duper smooth. You can run your hand on it and there's no bumps or anything. I know it's a bit dusty at the moment, like there, just has grit. But then if you come over here, this concrete here has got, we went for the swirls, it's just a nice finish really, and it runs down with the feed rail. So over this side we've gone for polished, and that means that the cows are able to lick it off the ground a bit easier, so it's not rough and it won't catch the silage. It just means they're able to sort of utilise it more, and they're able to eat this up easier than if it was sat on like a tamped finish. We've also put in a lot of these like squeeze gaps. It means that you don't have to fight your way round or go in through. It's just easier. The cows can't fit through them, so you can walk on through, easy peasy. We've also put water pipes all over the place, and these are all going to be stand pipes with little taps on, so you're able to just wash your boots, and it keeps everything really hygienic. Now, coming on through into the segregation area. This segregation area we have designed so it's able to, because obviously the robots can sense like collar, they all have collars, ID collars, and the robot can sort of separate them out. So say we wanted to see a cow at some point, rather than us going and getting her and having to disturb the whole lot, we can put into the computer we want number 1, 2, 3, whatever, and when she next comes through for milking, she'll come out of the parlour, so out of the robot, into a separation area or into a separation gate, and it will go, alright, we need you. It will flick the gate open, she'll then come into the separation area, and in the separation area, as you can see here, it isn't quite finished here, it's a bit more finished the other side. This will be a cubicle here. We're going to have a water trough on here, and it's also connected through to the feed rail. So that means that means that the cow, when she's separated, she could separate in the middle of the night, but it won't matter because she's going to have everything she actually needs to be happy. So, and another good thing about it, we've made it so that she can actually be milked as well. So the gates will be there. There's a swinging gate, and it will swing open, and she can push it open. If she wants to come back into the parlour, she can go into the parlour, and then when she comes back through the parlour again, it will go, right, you're still meant to be separated, and it will push her back in. So she can do everything that a normal or a non-segregated cow can do, but she'll just be on her own, ready for us in the morning to whether we want to go and see her. She might, I don't know, whatever. It could be any reason. But yeah, it's just a good system so we can sort the cows out quite easily. Okay, so we're coming into the dairy now. I'm going to show you, last thing on this video is going to be, let me get the focusing right, there we are. Last thing on this video is going to be the water, and then I'm going to have to do part 2 because this is going quite a video now. Part 2 is going to be all to do with the robotic side of it, all of the Laval, the pumps, the parlour, all of that sort of jazzy stuff. So last thing to do, water. I know someone was asking about water and how it was done. We've done it on a black and blue system. So we've made it so black is rainwater tank, so everyone knows that we've got rainwater harvesting. That'll come into this building, and there'll be a big pump, and it'll be pumped around the building. So coming down into where the manifold will be, with a big black pipe there, that is the main feed from the actual tanks itself. So that water will come in here. This will probably tee off that way, and then you can see these 4 or 5 black pipes here. This is feeding any boot washes, the scrapers, so the little robot scrapers, because they have water. It's also feeding the foot baths as well, and the pressure washers, so any volume washers. So anything washing that isn't inside the robot is coming from black. And then down there, this one here, I don't know if you can see that one, that's the main feed of blue. So blue is mains water, and 4 feeds for the robot there. Then we've got all of the water troughs are on mains as well, because we don't want it could be a little bit contaminated from birds and what have you. So we've chosen not to give the cows the rainwater. They're having clean fresh water from the mains. But yeah, so it's a maze of water pipes underneath. I can show you roughly where they go. So obviously the robot ones all come up in will be coming up in the robot rooms. So coming over to the middle area, which you'll be able to see the little standpipes. So here you have the standpipes. Now those 4, 1 for each robot, and then black, that's for volume washer and pressure washers. I think that one also feeds the automatic foot baths, which are those metal things, but I'll talk about that in the part 2. Yeah, and they're coming up here because, I don't know if you can see that, there's a squeeze gap that follows all the way through. Let me come back this way. So coming straight down the middle there, we've got the squeeze gap, so you'll follow through that, then you'll come down through here, and then through here, and directly in front of this will be a staircase which sort of goes up, and it will sort of land about in the middle of the camera there, and there'll be a gantry that goes to the door up there, and a gantry that goes off on top of there. So that's a viewing gallery up there for one side, and then obviously the viewing gallery will be in the office up there. And then all of the other water pipes, again, there's your black one that I was on about, that goes to the foot bath here. And we've got water troughs. These are all stainless steel. They're really, really well built, actually. I can't find them. Okay, so I found them. Yeah, so they're all stainless steel. They've got a real big drain plug, because we aren't a fan of the tipping troughs, because every time you tip it, it pulls the water pipe. I don't know if anyone's got tipping water troughs. They're a good idea, but again, yeah, they when you tip them, you keep pulling that water pipe and the damn things keep leaking. So let's have a look at them. So they are, I think they're Swavia. I'm pretty sure they're Swavia. They're from Timor. Timor supplied them. But yeah, they're all stainless steel. You can't go wrong with stainless, really. Really good quality. Good stuff. So hopefully that has cleared up a lot of what you guys were asking about, what's going on in the building and how it's all coming along. I'm going to be doing a part 2. I will do that a bit later on because I'm waiting for the actual, in the separation area there's a gate that needs to be bolted down just to make it a bit more explainable, because at the moment it's a bit complicated without gates and things. It's like an open area. And also in that video I'll show you upstairs in the office. Hopefully by then the gantry will be here and you'll be able to see up in the 2 levels and how we've designed that as well. But hopefully this has cleared up a lot and it will help you guys whether you want to look at, again, the Jourdain stuff, the Timor stuff, the cubicles and anything like that. So, you know, thanks for watching. Any questions, please put the comments below. I will try and answer them in probably the next video with the more and again another detailed video. But yeah, hope you have a smashing day and we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. See you later.